Welcome back to the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. I got a pedicure lined up after the show. I hope they're playing this kind of music as I'm getting my pedicure done, just to put me in the right mood.
You gonna paint your toenails green?
No, I go colorless and animal.
No,
dude,
don't lie.
Turn that off, dude. What are you listening to? Celine Dion?
It's Irish music.
It's like the Cranberries.
Yeah. Irish music is the house of pain, bro. Remember Shamrocks and Shenanigans?
Hey, not at the Irish pub.
Oh, that's my bad. How packed do you think that place is going to be tonight?
Well, it's always pretty packed. I bet it'll be packed early today.
That accordion's going to be blasting.
Yeah, it will be.
That is so wrong. All right, let's get back to the team that wears green on the field every time. We're talking about the Nicky Rowe Warriors, and we are joined by the Warriors softball coach, Stephanie Cantu, joining us here in the huddle. Coach, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Thanks for taking some time and joining us today.
Oh, no problem.
I have got to tell you that I had, until Tuesday night, never been to a softball game, a women's softball game, and I was thoroughly impressed by the way the Lady Warriors handled themselves and put up, was it 14-2 over Donna?
16-2.
16-2 over Donna. And then on Thursday, you came back and you pummeled La Jolla Palmview, I believe.
Yes.
And you 10-run ruled them as well, right?
It was 17-2.
17-2. Tell me about your team. If somebody like me who had never been out there, what type of ladies do you have on your team?
Actually, this year I have a senior ball club. I have 5 seniors starting out there. My pitcher is a sophomore. She's returning from last year, so I have a lot of experience from last year.
So you're an experienced ball club that can go out and at the same time plug in some of the younger players.
Yes.
I noticed that once the game got, you opened up that lead over Don a little bit, there was a lot of rotating going on, and you were switching out a couple of your players. Is that just so that they can all get the experience of playing?
Yeah, I had actually done that all year. I try to give my starters most of the playing just to get ready for playoffs, but I felt that I could probably bring in, the younger ones to give them a little bit more of experience so that just in case I need to put somebody in, they'll have that taste of what it is to be out there in the field.
How do the Warriors, where do you stand in your district? And I apologize for, not having a clue about this, but it just wasn't something that wasn't on my radar before.
Right now, we have Maca and La Jolla that are both 4-0, and then we are right behind them, and we're 3-1.
And you're 3-1. And when's the next time that you guys take the field?
We will play on Tuesday against Memorial, and then Friday against Mission. So
this is it's a pretty big week for you, shall we say?
Yeah. Every game is a pretty big game for us.
How is it, coaching softball? I mean, when I played high school, there was no. When I was in high school, there was no, women's athletics softball wise. This is still a developing program, right?
Oh yes, definitely. We a lot of middle schools now in other cities have softball. McAllen's one of the few that we don't. So that's something that we're trying to implement into a middle school too. So it's fairly new.
But much like, and we had PSJ Bears coach Marco Guajardo on the show earlier, we talked about the importance of the Boys and Girls Club and the Pony Leagues. That helps you out quite a bit as well.
Yes, mainly the travel ball teams. Those help out tremendously.
Who is the one player on Nicky Rowe's team that we can say, you know what, without her, this team doesn't stand much of a chance of winning?
That's kind of hard because
that would be Coach Cantu, wouldn't it?
No, actually, I have 10 starters because I use a DP, and out of all of them, I mean, to me or for any softball coach, if you have a good pitcher, that's going to make it all the better for you. And our pitcher, Lauren Garza, is doing very well for us this year.
When she was throwing them in, she was pretty stout. It was one of those things where it was like, I'd hate to see her, me playing the slow pitch softball and striking out as well as I do, to have this young lady just hurling these softballs at me like that. I don't know if I'd want to face her.
Yeah, I don't do it in practice either. Trust me. She's come a long way.
The Tuesday night game that I saw, you had an inside the park home run that was hit by somebody who is ridiculously fast on a basketball court, but even faster on the softball field in Sierra, right?
Yes, Sierra Briseño.
I mean, she just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous how fast she is because it was one of those where it rolled to the fence and there was no let up in her. I mean, she was determined to score.
And that determination that she always has, that's going to get her to school every time. Usually I have her bunt because she's so fast that they can't get her out on first base. And I told her, no, let's hit the ball, and there she goes.
How involved were you in softball? Did you play it when you were in high school, or?
I did. I graduated from Mackay, believe it or not, and I played.
We won't hold that against you.
Year. Thank you. I did. I played my freshman and sophomore year, and that was it. I kind of just got the opportunity to coach these girls, and I took it, and this is my 5th year as a head coach.
And how would you rank yourself as a coach? Would you say that, I'm one of the better ones, or I'm still learning?
No, I got a lot to learn.
You got a lot to learn?
I got a lot to learn.
And when from year one, 5 years ago to today, what has been the one thing you've learned that you've really said, okay, this is where I need to improve?
Our batting mechanics. I think we can never stop learning, different styles. Every girl has a different style of batting. So I can't just go out and coach a different style because it might not work for everybody. So I kind of learned to, feed off the girls and, what they feel comfortable with and stuff like that.
Okay. We're gonna dub you the official softball guru of the huddle right now. Coach Stephanie Cantu of the Nicky Rowe Warriors softball team. You are now the official sports guru in women's softball. Tell me what team in the Valley is the one. If I've got one softball game to go see, I've got to go see this team. Besides yours.
Well, I know Edinburgh North has a great team. We were able to scrimmage them at the beginning of the season, and they're tough. He has 4 different pitchers that he can use, and I think they're all about the same caliber. Maybe his starting pitcher is a little bit better than the other ones, but he's got great pitchers.
So Edinburgh North is the one that I've got to invest in, and I'm going to go see them play.
I would think Edinburgh North, yes.
And then your second one?
Of course.
So it's Edinburgh North, Nicky Rowe. After that, is there a team that you say, you know what, they're just fun to go watch, to watch them play? It's a fun team to watch play because...
You know what? Edinburgh High you see Sierra how fast she is. Edinburgh High has some very fast girls, extremely fast.
All right. So the speed kills?
Speed kills.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. Coach, so you've got McAllen. No, you've got... Run down your schedule for us next week? We
got Memorial on Tuesday, Mission on Friday, and then we'll close out the first round of district with La Jolla the following Tuesday.
And how do you think you're going to go in those? Is that a 3-0?
We should go 3-0.
You should go 3-0. That's what I like to hear. Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much. It was a great time Tuesday night. I'm going to be out there. I can't guarantee that I'm going to sit next to Louie all the time because that may mean that I get thrown out.
You might get in trouble.
I might. No, that's a guaranteed going to get in trouble. But it was a good time, and thanks so much, and best of luck to you and the girls.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Head coach Stephanie Cantu of the Nicky Rowe Warriors softball team joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Edinburgh North, did you know that your softball program is that good there in the Edinburgh School District there, Jacob?
Well, I teach at Edinburgh. But, yeah, I'm friends with the varsity assistant and the head coach. Oh, I know. Yeah, they're good. Well, think about it. This last year they went 3.
He's been busy texting, checking Facebook.
I was playing. Some of the kids were playing Temple Run.
Yeah, Duke still lost.
But Edinburgh went. Edinburgh San Benito. They returned a lot of their players. Edinburgh, I think, lost one girl, and they made it 3 rounds deep last year. And they've got some good freshmen. I know San Benito went 4 rounds deep last year. So, they're both really good teams.
How do we get these games on 956sports.com?
Actually, we have a really good game on 956sports.com. If you haven't seen it, it's called RGV Football 11. It's
No. I mean the softball.
He wants softball.
Softball games. I thought you were talking about the video games I was playing.
we got a show going on. I'm gonna make him check in his phone. Phone and iPad. Check in at the door.
I wasn't like Leslie where the ringer was on, but. No, we want to do a girls softball game. There's been some issues with some softball coaches. A couple of years ago, we did a softball game. Not saying any names, but we did their game, and then one of the coaches the following week lost, and whatever coach they're playing kind of messed with them a little bit and said, "Oh, yeah, we watched your game on 956sports.com." Oh. And then the coach basically came back and said, "We never gave you permission." So, it's one of those.
Did you just drop the name on?
What?
Yeah, I thought you just
Yeah,
dropped the name.
I thought he might.
I said
have
one
to.
of those coaches.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, I wouldn't say the name. But you know, no. But, you know, there's been some. I mean, there's been issues, and it's not the only sport. Baseball, it happens.
Basketball, we know that.
Yeah, you know, and you know, a lot. You know, there are some coaches that just say, you know what, I got talent. I know what I have.
I don't want anybody else to know what I have.
No. They say let's play, and then I have some that basically say I don't want people to know what I run, and I understand, you know, but and in baseball and in softball, it's actually a little bit different because they don't really record their games. Most schools don't record their games. There's parents recording, which I think is kind of funny that parents are recording it, and everybody's related to somebody down here, so they're sharing tape across the whole.
Here's what
whole
we're
area.
doing, coaches. If you don't mind us to broadcast your games on the web, please let Jake know. Fire off an email at jake@956sports.com. Jake@956sports.com. Let us know if you're interested in having 956sports.com broadcast your game on the web. You know, it's a great thing. I was watching yesterday's Bears-Tigers game from historic Harlingen
Very
Field.
cool.
Joe Bowling doesn't go out there and do a media nalga production. He doesn't half-ass it. It's straight up. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And it was incredible to see these kids. And Joe's busting out stats during the game. Oh, he's, you know, as he talked about here in the show the first hour, the pitcher held him, you know, 1, 2, 3 for the first 5 innings. It was no hit ball. It was incredible to watch Joe. And I had never, you know, with football season through basketball, I didn't know what Joe Bowling sounded like except when he was on the biplane that we had on the show a few weeks ago. To today, I had never seen that.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I was at the house, I was online, I look at 956sports.com, it says watch the PSJ Carroll game. I popped it on, boom, there it is. And this is something that, you know, we're not going to go out and we're going to make a total fool, and we're not going to embarrass your players. We're not going to embarrass the coaches.
Yeah.
This is a professional production that's put on,
and it can only help the programs.
Exactly.
I mean, so what if there's video? But that means there might be video that someone else might be watching and get you a scholarship or something like that.
And, you know, it's kind of funny. Last year we did. We followed the Laredo teams after all the Valley teams were out of the baseball playoffs. We followed the Laredo teams. Next, you know, we got one team from Laredo. I think it was Alexander. We had somebody from Chicago was looking at 3 of their players.
Yeah.
And you know, my whole thing is we do the games. It's not like we don't charge. It's free games. You know, there's no pay-per-view access. It's all free. And you know, even service members. There's somebody from Rio that watches. He's in Afghanistan, and he watches the games online.
Right.
And so, you know, I have ex-students that are actually in the Marine Corps, and they're in Afghanistan. And whenever they get a chance, they'll watch segments of the games, you know, whenever they have time.
Of course.
So, you know, my whole thing is it's beneficial. It's not supposed to be detrimental.
Yeah, you're not going out there trying to get film to, you know, hurt them. It's to help.
unless it's his nephew.
Yeah, exactly.
Big
Yeah,
time.
the only person that's getting bad pub is his nephew, and that's okay. I guess.
Yeah, that's okay.
As long as it's all in the family.
But, you know, I don't follow softball that much, but 17 and 16 runs, that's
Dude, that's
a
you know what?
lot, right? Usually it's like 2 or 3
This girl
nothing.
hit an inside the park grand slam. Sierra that we were talking about, inside the park granny. And I mean, she burned up the base
But
paths.
usually they're like low scoring, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe on the college level, I'm thinking. I haven't really
the
watched
thing
a lot of
is
high school.
About softball is it's not like baseball where it's a head game too, but it's boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's you go there because they smack the ball hard.
Yeah.
You know, and we're talking about, you know, the shortstop from the time the ball hits the shortstop to first base, it's, you know, seconds.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks for like Leslie, who's got to do the camera and everything.
Oh, yeah, man,
You know,
yeah.
but she's got to be on the ball. But it's faster than baseball. You know, baseball is more methodical.
I saw the most interesting thing. They have a face shield that
yeah.
the girls in the corners wear. And I'm going to go back Star Wars geekness here.
Yeah.
When they're going onto the ice planet,